more to the point, from a postgraduate, some parents think it's just an extension of high school. And I try to tell them, if you're not a college caliber student athlete, or you're on your way to becoming a college student athlete, a post-grad year or a gap year is not going to suddenly spring you into that category. So who is not a potential fit at a Bridgton Academy?
That's a great question, because usually it's who's the best fit for Bridgton Academy, and I got those things. I can rattle those things off. You're making me think a little bit. I think the not a good fit is probably some preconceived feeling or notion that it's some level or this didn't work. Because exactly. the reality is, if you say I need to go play at this school or this conference or this thing didn't work, you're ignoring a lot of the things that are real in a year, which is self-confidence, speaking up for yourself, feeling good about yourself, obviously maybe throwing harder, running faster, hitting balls farther. But the way you play the game, and then just because you didn't get to a certain level, you go and execute at the right level. Maybe I tell everybody, at some point, anybody who's played, my son, I have a 14-year-old and a 10-year-old. The 10-year-old's not there yet, but the 14-year-old, all of his buddies have been told, hey, you might be a Division I guy because he's 14. Guess what? We got a runway, right? We got a runway to get there. And that's our job to dream for them. And so when you get to Bridgton, I don't have a 4-year runway to tell you, if you do these things, this might happen. I got about a 9-month runway to say, hey, right now, here's where I think you fit. Here's where I think we can get you. And then, if you're not, getting back to your question, if you're not buying into that sort of process of like, oh, you're not telling me the same things my travel coach or my high school coach told me as a freshman, I'm not sure I like what you're saying. It doesn't change the fact that it might be real. And so I think I'm also a travel coach for my son. So I like to play in all areas, but I think when you get to become the post-grad age, you got to deal in realities. And that doesn't always feel great, but it feels great when you get it right. And so when you go to a place that makes sense, the toughest fit are the D1 or bust. And on the front end, I always try to talk guys out of that, say, listen, I'm going to work with you to get to Division I in your highest level. Your highest level, it should be on a t-shirt or on a hat that I wear around campus, because that's what I say all the time. Right. Your highest level is the most important part of this whole thing.
Now, I would love for you to wrap this up by literally telling parents, because I know beyond the shadow of a doubt, there's going to be student athletes and parents watching this and saying, that's the exact fit for my son